Now, I'm here at Woodlands Golf Club and I'm in the LAB Golf Putt Lab.
Yeah, the Lab Golf Putt Lab, home of Lab Golf in Australia.
And Leigh Deagan. Leigh, you're a PGA professional.
I am, yes. I finished my bridging school. I'm a full member as of the 1st of January 2018. So.
Oh, you're a veteran.
Yeah.
Well, Leigh's played the tour for how many years in Australia and Southeast Asia?
I would say 7 years.
7 years. And you had a win. You won one tournament on the tour, or more?
Yeah. Well, now it's a tour event. So I won the Papua New Guinea Open. So that was a 4-round event in Papua New Guinea. That's now a tour event. So.
And that got you playing the Asian tour.
Yeah, it did.
And Japan, got to Japan too?
It got me onto Japan. I also went to Asian Q School and got through there, so I played in Asia for a number of years and had some exemptions through the Australian tour to get to the Asian tour as well.
So you've been a player, correct?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
But control was a big thing with you?
Yeah, my strength was probably having no weaknesses, so I could control my distances with my irons. I could control my flight into the wind, crosswinds, things like that. So I was not going to be one of these guys that hit it 320 out of the blocks and didn't have to do any stretching.
Even though you got a bit of muscle here.
Yeah. But I tried to have no weaknesses in my game and just sort of grind rounds out with just hitting the ball on the number. So you hear a lot of the guys talking about hitting the ball pin high all day long.
That was you.
Himself plenty of birdie opportunities, and I felt like that when I was really playing well, I could hit the ball pretty much pin high all day.
Right. And you grew up at Albert Park. You started your golf at Albert Park.
I did, yeah, humble old Albert Park, and I got pretty serious about the game when I was about 15. I had some pretty good mentors down there, David Diaz being one of them.
Isn't that fantastic? Tell us the little story about David. David's he's a senior playing on the Legends Tour now, and he's a very accomplished player. But you have a nice story to tell about him.
Yeah, so I might have been probably 12 or 13 this day. My grandfather was caddying for me. We were going to play 9 holes at the Albert Park Golf Course.
Was it your first game?
No, it wasn't my first game. I think I was might have been playing off 18 handicap, let's say. But I was getting keener and keener. And
12 years old.
Yeah, 12 or 13.
Yeah.
And so we played 9 holes, and Dave actually, when we were standing on the 10th tee, David approached me and said, "Can I join you?" And he had a couple. I think there was Jason Evans and a Lakeside Golf Club member. So we played as a 4. We played 9 holes, and I hit a couple of flop shots over a couple of bunkers and got chatting to Dave, and because we're a couple of lads, we got along pretty well. And at the end of the round, he actually gave me his shag bag full of practice balls. And
he was playing the tour at the time?
He was playing the tour at the time. It would have been about 1997, I think. So he was one of the big dogs at that time on the Australasian tour. He'd beaten Senior and is it Jack Wagner? Jeff Wagner. He was a great player too. For the Coolum Classic, a couple of years previous, he hadn't won the Vic Open at that stage, but look, he was a top 50 player in Australia for a number of years prior, and I think he even finished top 10 on the money list a couple of years. So he was obviously, and I was a bit sort of in awe of, because I knew who he was, and those days. Yeah,
12, 13. That's a great impression. And what I wanted that little story is, as a junior, PGA professionals that can really do it.
Yeah.
You look up to them, and for someone of that stature to give you his practice ball bag, and the practice balls in there, were they terrible or were they any good?
No, they were pretty good. I remember there would have been 50 Titleist Balladas in those days, and I remember taking them home, standing over the kitchen sink and just scrubbing each one of them, and I was like, these are not practice balls, these are my gamer balls for the next few years. And so he helped me out over years to come with, he gave me his old lob wedge, and he gave me, and I remember just wearing them down to the nub just because of he'd given it to me, and I just wanted to get better and better, and still this day he's one of my best friends, but I probably wouldn't be a professional if I hadn't had that encounter.
That experience,
that day. So,
yeah. But can I share with the folks the reason I'm here is the scientific approach to the game.
Yeah,
okay,
of course.
The old story is if you can't measure it, you can't manage it.
That's right.
Okay, and putting is a big deal.
Yeah,
okay, and you've decided coming off of the tour now. You've got an opportunity. You've made a real study of putting.
Yeah.
And you've got a couple of toys here that I like.
Yeah. So we've got the Sam Putt Lab. And we've got some also new technology you'll notice on the shaft there of your current gamer, Peter. It's called Capto Golf Technology. This has been designed by an Italian woman with the help of a couple of other engineers. And it's a little, I think it's between 30 and 50 grams, this little box here.
Not much.
And after every putt you hit, we get 16 pieces of data as to what happened. Why you may miss that putt.
Yeah, whether the putter's travelling on the right path, the club face, where it's hitting, club head speed.
Yeah. Now, the really exciting thing that we've developed, and the company in the States have developed, is a putter that actually stays square to the path throughout the stroke. So what we're going to do is get some bits of information on your current gamer, your putter that you told me you used while you were on tour. And we will compare that to some of the latest technology from Lab Golf USA in terms of if we can improve your putting, can we make it feel better, can we make you more consistent?
I've seen a guy called Adam Scott using one of these in the Masters. Except for the last round and one of the holes, he missed a short putt and he's gone back to his other putter, but this putter changed his whole putting for quite a while.
And Adam has found that if he's going to use the short putter, the DF 2.1 from Lab Golf is probably his only option. But as we're finding, the more people that I'm seeing, really it's the only option for them going forward as well.
Yeah, truth. We're looking for truth, okay? But let's end this first little introduction. I just wanted to introduce people to who you are, because you've walked the walk. You've come off the tour, and now you're really making a study of putting.
Yep.
And you're here at Woodlands Golf Club. You've got your own putt lab inside.
Yep.
You've got a great couple of putting greens outside where you can use, this can be used inside, outside.
Correct.
This one here is set up for the inside.
It is. We can also use it outside, so that's an option. But what I like to do is we'll test on Sam Putt Lab in here. We'll really close down the environment, get the fit perfect, and then we can move outside with your Capto, and then we can hit putts moving around the green. And
we can capture it with the Capto.
That's right.
Okay.
Correct.
Well, look, thanks very much. Let's close off this first little interview, and thanks for your time here.
Pleasure. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, Lee, it's great, and I know you've got a very good backup. Your wife is in the business helping you, making sure that quality control and the follow-up is all there for the students of golf.
Correct.
Beautiful.